I'm Kurt Knupp. I'm one of the founding members of the Midlife Players. I'm currently serving as treasurer on our board of directors. Midlife Players started in 2011 after much deliberation between four friends about creating a group of people our age, 35 and older. And we began with a little cabaret fundraiser. We just called up a bunch of friends and said, hey, what song would you like to sing? Have you always wanted to sing? And we did that as a fundraiser for the Alcott Arts Center at South 18th Street in Kansas City, Kansas. And it's a great little performing arts venue as well as visual arts venue for the community there in Kansas City, Kansas.
I got involved in theater when I was a child. I've always loved to sing, and I've probably sang in choir since I was probably like 5 or 6 years old. And I've just always loved to perform. I love that through theater you can immerse yourself into a character that is so not you and show a little sliver that somebody may not realize that you would have inside of you to be this new amazing person.
Our concept was to create a group that would be welcoming and inviting to performers age 35 and older who could no longer play the ingenue roles that we all fell in love with as young performers, and people who still had the talent to really be seen on a stage performing these roles, even though we may not be 20 years old anymore.
Auditioning for the very first time, it was it wasn't as scary as the second time. I was having a fight with my fiance right now. We were having a fight, and I got there and I was mad. So I got up there and then I started to sing the song and I changed my song at the last minute. And so as I'm singing it, the very first line, I messed up. But I just continued on and I kept singing and I was like, fine, all right, awesome. And then they asked me to read and I was like, okay. And then I got really nervous because no one asked me. I'd never gotten to read before. Usually it's just sing and then walk away. And so I was like, okay. So I read and I just did the best I could, and next thing you know, I got a part.
Well, with Midlife, I've been two very contrasting roles. I've been Rapunzel in Into the Woods, which was so much fun. But then I also was cast as Maureen in Rent. I would have to say Maureen definitely challenged me more, gave me more material to work with, and felt even more so like an accomplishment and something to be proud of. But Rapunzel was just fun.
I feel a lot less stress with Midlife Players because everybody's so inclusive and so nice and like, oh, that's okay, boy, hi. And we hear everybody else's stories of how they've felt the same kind of thing. You know, they couldn't get this, couldn't get that, didn't get this part, felt really worried and worried that they were going to ruin the entire show because they were going to forget stuff. Well, you just don't feel that with the Midlife Players. You feel like, hey, we're all going to work together and we're going to make this work, and we do.
One of the things that I think makes our group unique compared to other theater groups out there is, one, we are for people that are 35 and older. We do concert style performance to where we have the music in hand or the script in hand, so we only rehearse 2 days a week, and that makes it easier for people to be involved.
I'm so happy that I was with Midlife Players first, because they opened their arms up to me and embraced me and gave me confidence where I didn't have any before. They kind of helped me out because I didn't know anything, what was going on and what to expect, and everyone was so genuinely nice to me. And so I was so happy that this was the first place that I went to. This is where I was. Now this is like my home now, because I compare everything to Midlife Players. And I've been in other places I've been, I don't find them, it the atmosphere was completely different. It didn't feel like home.
I I sang in high school, I sang in college, and then I kind of had to put that on the shelf for a long, long, long time. And now it's my turn. Like my husband and I say, it's our turn to shine again. So, ta-da!